What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Oasis. Yes, indeed, Oasis fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Archdemon, and Archdemon wanted to see me react to the song by Oasis called Don't Look Back in Anger. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second. Yeah, I've heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Oasis, no surprise there, and the video has 118 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? You said that you've never been, but all the things that you've seen slowly fade away. So I start a revolution from my bed, 'cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's in bloom. I stand up beside the fireplace, take that look from off your face. You ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. And so
Oh, I like the turnaround.
but don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Take me to the
I like that turnaround. Boom. D, A, B, F sharp, G, A, D, B, A. Back to the root. It's the 6, the major 6 to the 5 as the turnaround before they go back to the root again. I like that. I think that, hold on, is it? Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Hold on. Am I hearing wait. Let me play with it. Hold on one second. Give me a second here.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Okay, let me go back and listen to it one more time. I want to make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing, or what I think I'm hearing. Oh, F sharp. Yeah, F sharp, then G. Back to A. Back up to the D. A. Okay, so here's the riff. With that turnaround being the B to the A. To the F sharp, which is the major third, but it's the F sharp minor to the G, to the A, to the D. Okay, so there's two things about that riff that really kind of stand out to me. So the D to the A to the B, that's nothing new. F sharp minor, which is the major third of the D, that's interesting. To the G, to the A, that's 4, 5, and then back up to the root. But then major 6 to the A, which is the 5, back to the root. Those two things right there are what's making that riff stand out to me. I like it. I like that riff. It's hooky. It's very hooky. The song does have kind of a, I don't want to use the word generic. It has a typical sound of late 90s, early 2000s. It has that type of sound, that type of feel, that type of direction. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. This is what was selling back in the day. Absolutely. You would hear bands that sound like this on the radio all the time. That's one of the reasons why I never listened to radio. I liked listening to the music that I enjoyed, and unfortunately the music that I enjoyed was never played. So I avoided listening to radio like the plague. I avoided bands like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden like the plague. I avoided Oasis like the plague. Hearing this song, I'm not saying I regret it, but I definitely see more value in the song than I probably would have when I was in my youth, and I was obsessed with prog rock and jazz, I would have thought this song was boring. But no, hearing this now, it's good.
Good, good, feel good, feels good, feels good, feels good, real good, real good.
I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth, but yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I'm just going to keep this here just in case. Let's keep going here. Second measure of A. Okay. That was an interesting turnaround. So it was, see if I get it. It was chromatic. I remember that. There it is. It's right there. A. A sharp. B. A. G. A there. A. One more measure of A. Okay. So B. And then we stay there, and then we go to the A for 2 measures. An extra measure of the A. Let me play along with it. Let me see if I'm right.
I'm gonna start a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, 'cause summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. 'Cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
And then 2 measures of A. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and okay.
Sally can wait. She knows it's
Yeah.
too late as she's walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
There's again. Two measures again. Oh, a layout. Front fill. Nice. Good variation.
She knows it's too late as we're walking on by. Her soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. I heard you say. So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by. My soul slides away, but don't look back in anger. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Oh.
It's not too late.
Yeah. Everything made sense. Everything flowed well. Everything sounded good. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually enjoyed that. That was nicely done. It was very nicely done. Let me get my thoughts together. I have no idea how this is going to translate to a score, but I guess we'll see. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Oasis with Don't Look Back in Anger. This was a request from Archdemon. Okay, not a lot to talk about. There really isn't too much to discuss. I discussed quite a bit of it during the course of the reaction, so we're probably going to have a pretty quick review here, I guess. I don't know. Then again, you know me, I might just take off on a tangent. Next thing you know, we're here for 20 minutes. I don't know. I'm going to try to keep it brief, but we'll see. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I'm going to give that a 7.2. Yep, 7.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.2. What does that mean? Well, a 7.2 would translate to a really good skill rating, so believe it or not, I think this was actually a really good song. it would get 4 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. So there you go, 7.2, really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, let's start in kind of a weird place. We're gonna start with the musicianship, okay? I'm gonna lump all of the musicianship, the guitar playing, the bass playing, the drumming, the keyboard playing. I'm gonna lump them all up into the same ball of wax here, okay? Really good across the board. Solid across the board. No complaints about anything I heard from any of the musicians across the board. Everything sounded just fine. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was amazed by anything. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was blown away by anything, because nothing that they played was necessarily all that impressive or all that complex, but sounded good. Solid drumming. Bass player locked in with the drummer. Guitar playing, filling out the sound along with the keyboardist. When there were guitar solos, they were very tastefully done. I have no issue with anything that was done from a musicianship standpoint. Everything sounded really good across the board. Same thing can be said for songwriting. The songwriting, it's not complex. It's not. The chordal progression, I literally sat here and figured it out. Okay, I mean, it's really not that hard. I'll bet you if I listen to it probably 2 more times, I'll probably have it, okay? Now, having said that, it sounded good. It flowed well. The chordal progression sounded just fine. I had no problem with the movement of the chords. They blended really well together. They flowed well from verses to choruses, pre-choruses. Don't forget the pre-choruses. I have no issue with any of it. So I think the songwriting was really good. Vocals. I know he has his style, and I even remember this in the comments. A lot of people say that they were not when I did my last Oasis reaction. I felt like the comments were kind of, teeter-tottering. Some people were saying they love his vocal approach and they love his vocal tone. Other people were like, his vocal tone isn't the greatest, and it kind of gets on their nerves, and they're not a fan of his vocal tone. I see both arguments. I do. There are certain things about his vocals that I do like. I think his approach, how he vocalizes, sometimes it's a little more laid back, a little breathier. Sometimes it's a little more pronounced and a little more projected, a little more powerful. I like the variance. And whenever he would change his vocal approach, I think it was very fitting for the song. For me, and his pitch was fine. I mean, as far as the notes he was singing, it was just fine. I had no issue with that. I never heard him sing out of key. My only thing is I'm just not a big fan of his vocal tone. I'm not really sold on his tone. It's kind of nasally. It's like a combination of nasally and back of the throat, open throat singing. It's kind of weird. I'm not the biggest fan of his actual tone. Now that doesn't mean he's doing anything wrong. That's just him. That's just his natural tone of voice. Can he change that? I've heard of it being done. It is very hard to do. And a lot of the times, a lot of people who try, they fail miserably. I wouldn't even try, because I would be too afraid of having my natural speaking voice get changed. And that's the last thing I would ever want to have happen. And that's basically what you have to do. You have to train your throat to change its tone. And that is, man, number one, that is extremely difficult. Number two, you have to make that part of your life. And I'm just like, no thanks, I'll pass on that. So nothing against the guy. I mean, like I said, technically everything he sang sounded just fine. It's just his tone of voice not the greatest. But everything about the song screams really good, and I have no issue with the song. It's smartly written, well written. There's some moving parts in there. They went in some directions I wasn't quite expecting. Like the biggest thing for me is, I believe it's the chorus, the chordal progression in the chorus. The D to the A to the B to the F sharp to the G to the A to the D, and then the B, the natural 6 to the A, the 5, and then back to the root again. That was interesting. Those two parts in particular, the F sharp and the B to the A to the D, that was, I didn't see it coming. I absolutely did not see it coming. It's not what you would call typical, but boy, it got my attention and it sounded good. So I got no complaint about it. Overall, no complaint. The song had a good feel to it. It sounded good. It was hooky. I guarantee you that chorus is going to be stuck in my head. Maybe not right now, but I guarantee you I'm going to be doing something mundane around the house. I'll be, picking up around the house or whatever, brushing one of the cats maybe, and all of a sudden this song, that chorus is going to pop in my head, and I am not going to be able to get it out with a crowbar and a stick of dynamite. It's going to stay there, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I can see it happening. I can absolutely see it happening. I'm curious. I'm going to end with this. I know Oasis had a number of big hits in I believe it was the 90s and early 2000s. Can someone clue me in? I'm looking at the number, 118 million views. Was this one of their big hits? Because I can absolutely see this being a hit song. It's got all the components that you look for in a hit song. So I'm just curious, Oasis fans, was this a big hit for them? Let me know in the comments if it was, because I absolutely see it. 7.2, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.2, which is a really good scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.